Hey there! Welcome to the Flute 360 podcast. I'm Dr. Heidi K. Begay, and I'm a flutist, educator, coach, and podcaster. My God-given mission is to serve you. I am passionate about guiding you, the modern-day flutist, to discover your unique voice on and off the stage. The goal of this podcast is to help you thrive, both as an artist and as a musicpreneur. Go ahead and grab some espresso, your favorite notepad, and let's get to it. Today's episode 276 is titled A Sneak Peek into Flute 360's 5-Day Challenge, Part 3. Founded in Dallas, Texas in 1996, the Carolyn Nesbaugh Music Company is renowned for its international service for flutists of all levels. The Carolyn Nesbaugh Music Company is your premier resource for everything flute. Their selection of flutes, piccolos, low flutes, and head joints from dozens of makers is truly remarkable. Also, their offerings of sheet music, instrumental accessories, teaching and health resources are unmatched. Their in-house staff offers an unparalleled level of expert knowledge and personal service with an in-house repair staff certified in all major brands. Follow the Carolyn Nesbaugh Music Company through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to be updated with the latest news. Check out their website at fluteforyou.com. The Carolyn Nesbaugh Music Company is truly your one-stop flute shop. Hey there, Flute 360er. Do I have a special treat for you? Not quite sure if you know this, but at the beginning of December 2023, I hosted a phenomenal 5-day Flute 360 challenge. I put this together for you. I know that you want to thrive on and off your musical stage. You want to say goodbye to performance anxiety and hello to self-assurance. I want to see you kill it in 2024 and beyond on the stage for your auditions, recitals, and juries, and off the stage through networking events, building out your career, and more. So what I did was I put together some gems and valuable content for y'all in this 5-day challenge. Now, I am taking out some of those gems, just 10-minute highlights, and throwing them into a 5-part podcast series. So in this 5-day challenge, we met every evening in the beginning of December of 2023. And not only do we meet in group settings, but also through more intimate settings like the VIP session. So I share this with you because I wanted you to know in context where this material is coming from. So over the course of the next 2.5 weeks, you will see 10-minute sneak peeks into these Facebook Lives. So my invitation from me to you is if you want to continue this transformation and continue to understand more about my Flute 360 storytelling method, I highly encourage you to click the link below to access the Flute 360 Launchpad. If you go to www.flute360.com/launchpad or click the link below, you will have access to the entire 5-day challenge and its videos. So I don't want you to miss out. This opportunity is only available from now until December 31st, 2023. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy. So here's a check-off list from what we've done in days 1 and 2, and I've already kind of described that in the prior screen, and that is we were collecting our piece of music, and this is Kiss It. We are going to keep it simple, smarty. For now, if you want to get a composition that is maybe 3 minutes long, that would maybe benefit you right now as you're learning this storytelling method. Later, when you get comfortable with the method, you can definitely branch out and try maybe like a full movement of a concerto or sonata, or perhaps an entire concerto or sonata in of itself. But for now, if you want to start off with a folk melody or a hymn or something that's a solo flute piece that's very approachable, that may be really good for you in this stage. So some pieces that I list off that may be a good fit for you are some folk tunes. I chose Chaminad's Pièce Romantique, which is only like 3.5 minutes long. Another piece that may be really well suited is Honegger's Danse de la Chèvre. Lots of French pieces today. And then like maybe, I don't know, Bach's Partita in A minor, Debussy's Syrinx, Carl Nielsen's As the Children Are Playing, things like that. You get the gist. So baby steps. Find a piece that you really love that brings you a lot of joy. And then from there, we're going to start practicing the storytelling from our artistic voice and our spoken voice. The origin roots, I've already gone through that. The story from origin roots, your recording equipment, and recording your impactful story. These last two items are the items that we discussed yesterday. So if you have not had the chance to record your story yet, you still have plenty of time. Go ahead and do that, because the more that you take action, the more that you show up for yourself in these different ways, in these new ways, that's where the growth is. That's where the change is. If we always stay within our bubble where we are comfortable, I know I'm guilty of this from time to time, but if we only stay within our bubble of comfort, we're not going to grow the way we want to grow, okay? So I'm lovingly encouraging you to step over here into the unknown, because that's where the magic is. That's where the change is, okay? So recording equipment can be, again, keep it simple, smarty. Kiss it. It can be just your tablet. It can be just your phone, okay? You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. Just pull out your smartphone and record your story. And it was a story, remember, if you have not done this yet, it's a story that has impacted you to some degree. It needs to be a story that you can connect with easily, because if you are convinced, if you are connected to it, then the rest is going to be easy breezy as you are pulling your people into your orbit. If you are connected to it, your audience will be connected to it, et cetera, okay? And kudos to those who have already shared your recording in our Flute 360 challenge group. I can't wait to watch those wonderful, wonderful clips. Neat. So Kathy says, would you put that list of music suggestions in the Facebook feed? Yes, I would love to do that. I will definitely do that at the end of this hour. Very good suggestion. Thank you for asking. So for those of you who have recorded your story, it's, perhaps like a 2, 3, 4-minute clip. It's nothing long and crazy. I'm curious what your experience was like. Okay. What was your experience like recording your story? What hangups did you experience, if any? Or what aha moments did you experience, if any? Feel free to share in the comments below through the Facebook Live feed. I would love to hear your thoughts. And the reason why I ask is because maybe this experience of recording yourself is a new one. Maybe you do it quite a bit. Maybe for you, it's like second nature and you're like, I'm used to that. And that's great. But maybe for some of you, it's a totally new experience. And if that's the case, perhaps there are some thoughts or feelings or emotions that are kind of tied up in this new experience. And I'm kind of curious, like, what's going on in your neck of the woods. Great. So as you're thinking of that, oh, cool. Thank you, Markel. I have here from Markel, it was fun, and did remind me that I am a happy and inquisitive person that has hope and keeps getting up when things get tough. Ooh, I love that. So that's wonderful. Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is, Markel, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing you say is like, because you were reconnected again with who you knew to be, like you had said on day 1 or day 2, I'm a happy, inquisitive person, right? You knew this about yourself. But going through the storytelling process and watching yourself back, or just hearing yourself go through the recording experience, you're like, oh my gosh, look at that. Check. I really am this happy-go-lucky person. Look at that. My story reflects that quality. And so a lot of times when we go through recording experiences like this and activities like this, we can be reminded of the things that perhaps we already knew. And that's a good thing, because then we can go, oh yeah, that does make me me, right? Kind of like how I was sharing with you in day one. I was actually disconnected with the fact that I was a storyteller. And recording and being a podcaster and watching myself back on the screen over time and through those experiences, I was having this aha moment and going, wait a second, I'm not a timid speaker. I love to share. That was one of my qualities. That was one aspect of my origin roots that I have forgotten. And so going through something like this, you may be reminded of something or an aspect of who you once were, come back to life. And that's exciting. Or you may just check off that box again and go, yep, I recognize that aspect of me. Yep, that's who I am. And that can give you a boost of confidence too. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. Kathy here says, it took me 4 to 5 times to articulate what I wanted to say. This is very normal, Kathy. I have seen this time and time again. It came together and I felt contented after I was able to understand the connection between one of my pillars and the song I chose. Awesome. That's wonderful. And you know what? Kathy brings up a very valid point. And this is something that I didn't mention yesterday because I didn't want to get into the weeds too much. But if you find yourself stopping, re-recording, deleting, re-recording, that is a-okay. Again, I'm asking you to do something new, right? Maybe for Kathy, she wasn't used to seeing herself on the screen. Maybe she wasn't used to articulating her story from start to finish in a 4-minute clip. I don't know. I don't know what was maybe different about the experience for her. But if you find yourself stopping, deleting, that's okay. Give yourself space, be comfortable in that, and just know that you are trying something new. It's like riding a bike, right? So if riding a bicycle for you right now is a little topsy-turvy and you're like, ooh, I don't know this experience, I don't know what this is like, it's okay because it's a new tool. The bicycle's a new tool. You are asking your legs and your body to do something new. And so at first you may need training wheels, right? You may need to do it a couple different times, and that's okay. And when you're comfortable, then you can take away those training wheels and go, oh, okay, this is what it's like. And the more you do it, the more repetition you do it, the easier it will become. And this is something that we're going to emphasize later today, and that is there is clarity in action. You need to take action. You can, be on the sidelines all day long looking at that bicycle in the parking lot going, okay, all right, so I'm going to read about bicycling and I'm going to break down the history of bicycling, and that's great, that's fun. But if you don't actually get on the bike and move your knees and move your legs to start circling around the parking lot, you will never get to experience the opportunity of bicycling. So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I just wanted to piggyback off of these wonderful comments. And thank you so much for sharing, ladies. I really appreciate you. So you have to take that action in order to gain that clarity. Okay? Awesome. So I did not get into recording reminders yesterday because, again, I wanted to kiss it for you. I wanted to keep it simple, smarty for you. Okay? Thank you so much for listening to this mini-sode. Now, I know I just gave you a little glimpse into the world of the 5-day challenge. So this storytelling method is explained in more depth through these 5 bonus videos. If you want to have access to these videos and its content, all you have to do is click the link below, and that's going to take you to flute360.com/launchpad. Your future self will thank you. Talk to you soon. Let's talk about Flute.